Okay, for our second recording here, we're going to create the top portion of this figure 14-55. And so we're going to use most of the same dimensions that we used on the bottom part. So we're going to go with a extrude on the front plane. We're going to use a circle started at the origin, and the outside diameter is 4.5. So let's start by doing a 4.5 diameter circle. We're also going to put in the inner circle, and that diameter is 2.75. And we only need the top half of this. So we're going to use a line from the left quadrant over to the right quadrant, escape, and trim. So we just need that. And the total length is 3.25. So let's exit the sketch. And 3.25 is the size of the extrusion. Good. Now we're going to work on the bottom part. We have those circular pieces to put on. So let's start with an extrude boss. I'm going to start by putting in a center line through the middle, because again, we'll draw it on one side and then extrude it to the other. So there's a circle that goes in, and it is the same size as on the bottom, which is a 7/8 radius. So that would be a 1 3/4 diameter. So circle somewhere over here. Dimension it at 1.75. Good. And from the center, from the center over to the center is 2 inches. And from the bottom, from the bottom up to the center is 1 5/8, so that's 1.625. That's in the right location. Now, I don't need this portion of the circle. I need it to stop right here. So I'm just going to draw in a line, and I'm just going to draw it across the entire piece here. Escape, and then trim what I don't want. Trim, I don't need this half, or this part. So I just need this section. Kind of looks like a toilet seat, at least from this angle. Okay, so now let's mirror this arc and this line over to this side. So let's be done with the trim. We'll go mirror, and I want to mirror this and this. So the arc and the line, and then come down here and choose the center line, and okay. Good. So now we're going to project those or extrude those down at a height of 1 3/8. So let's go exit the sketch. It's going to be 1.375, and we hit the directional. We need to go the other direction. Yep, that direction, 1.375. Good. So let's move around to the top. This is how it's going to be here. So there's some cutouts. There is a cutout around the outside of this into this arcing top. There's a cutout here. And so I'm going to go to the face of this, and we're going to cut from the face up into this rounded part of this. And the size of that, let's see, the size of that is a 15/16 radius. So 15/16 is the radius size. Let's see, 15/16 times 2 for the diameter. It's going to be 1.875. It's going to be the diameter of this circle. So let's do a cut with a circle, starting at, just hang out on the edge of the circle until it gives us the center point. There's the center point. And dimension it at 1.875. It's just a little bit bigger. Might as well do another one here. Circle, hang out on the edge of this circle until it gives us the center point. There we go. Dimension it. 1.875. Good. And I think that's it. So let's just exit and turn this sideways so you can see we want to go up. We just got to go up higher than the top of this arc. So that's fine. Check mark. And you can see it gives us a cutout now. Okay, that's good. I'm going to go back to this face now. Normal 2. And we've got 2 holes we're going to cut in this. The first one, let's see, it says a 29/32 inch hole that goes through, and then a 1.5 inch spot face is what they call it. It's kind of like a countersink that goes in 1/16 deep. So I'm going to start with that 1.5 inch cut that goes in a 1/16. So I'm going to say extrude cut with a circle. Hang out here till we get the center point, center here. I'm going to do the same thing here. Center here. Dimension it at 1.5. And this one at 1.5. Okay. Exit the sketch. And we're going to cut that down at 1/16. 1/16. So it's just a very shallow cut. Okay, good. And now let's go to this face. And we're going to cut the hole all the way through. And the hole for this is slightly larger than the hole that was in the base one, because the bolt is going to slide right through this hole and then thread into the bottom piece. So let's do an extrude cut with another hole, hang out on the edge. Do the same thing here. Dimension these. Size of this is 29/32. 29/32. Same thing here. 29/32. Check mark and exit the sketch. And we're going to go down through all. Okay, good. There is a chamfer on the corner here. Let's go chamfer. It's a 1/8, so 0.125, and it is a 45 degree. We want this corner and this corner. And there is a fillet, a 1/8 fillet along this edge and on each side. So let's go fillet. 0.125. Oh. Let's see, how do I get it to stop? I don't need this rounded over, I just need this side. It's doing the whole thing. Let's see. I think it's that. And it looks like it's not letting us distinguish between this piece and this piece. So I guess we'll leave the whole thing. And I guess that's it for that top piece. Let's call that. Save as. Or top piece. Hopefully that was helpful.